Okay, so when we last saw our intrepid heroes, you had all, sort of met your fate, as it were, and found yourself blasted into a new dimension. You've woken up on a sandy beach beside a creek flowing in the middle of a large, dark forest. Some of you don't look the way you used to look. So I might just go around the group and I'll give you each sort of 30 seconds to imagine or to describe how you think your character now looks. And by the way, you don't have to stick with the kin descriptions. You can do whatever you want. They were just, they're just tools. So starting with Jason, because they just happen to be at the top of my gallery.
So Delilah has shrunk as we've landed in this new world. She's gone from her usual height of not tall, about 5'3", down to about 4 feet tall now. Her ears are slightly pointed at the tips, poking out of her hair, which has gone curly and wild. Her eyes are a bit bigger and her nose is a little bit shorter, and her feet have grown massive. And her shoes are no longer on her feet.
And you're all still wearing the clothes you were wearing before, by the way. You're not suddenly transformed into medieval clothes. But you are wearing the clothes you were wearing before.
Yes, so I am wearing a too big black turtleneck sweater and a too big pleated skirt.
The skirt's probably just fallen onto the floor of the sweater your dress.
My dress, yeah.
All right, Jess, do you want to describe your character, please?
So Lauren hasn't changed too much. She's still pretty average height, willowy, blonde hair, but instead of big poof ball, it's got all sleek and shiny, and she's got pointed ears that are sticking up. And her vision seems to have sharpened quite a bit. That's surprising for her. Her clothes feel a little loose, but not too bad. And
now, Rob.
So Rattus is going, what the? He's now a green goblin. He's now, I suppose, about 4 foot tall or so, as your standard goblin sort of height. Mm-hmm. He's retained his hair, so his kind of shaven side and brushed back sort of hair. He's kept that. He keeps kind of a bit of a ponytail thing. And he's just kind of, he can see very clearly in this dark wood, which actually is very surprising for him. But he's very fluid and very smooth in his movements.
Nice. Brandon.
Chet looks pretty much the same, except I would imagine over his normal clothing that he wore to rugby training. He's got chainmail.
No, you don't get that yet. No.
Oh, you don't get it? Oh, okay. No, yeah, he looks pretty much the same.
Everything's baggy.
Okay. Yeah, he looks pretty much the same, just a perplexed look on his face as he looks at all of his classmates.
All right. And last but certainly not least, Nathaniel. What do you look like?
Lukas has gotten a fair bit taller. He's looking a bit slimmer, a bit more of a lanky build than he was before. His ears are significantly longer. He also doesn't have a scruffy beard anymore. He doesn't have like that kind of gross scruffy beard anymore. He's got nothing on his face. And his hair is longer.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so you've all woken up basically wearing exactly what you were wearing before, carrying what you were carrying before, except if it was advanced technology. So no phone for you, Delilah.
Oh.
Well, actually, no. You know what? On second thoughts, you absolutely have your phone.
Okay, all good. I can call my dad.
Have you heard of satellite communications?
So you have a plastic brick.
Yeah.
You can throw at people you don't like. Possibly with a note tied around them so that they can get the note. All right, so so you wake up on this, like I said, on this sandy beach. There's a creek. There's you're surrounded by dark, shadowy pines and cypresses overhanging. You can hear a whole stack of noise and movement from within the forest. You don't know what time of day it is because the forest itself is very dark. So it's obviously not nighttime, but it could be, could be morning, could be afternoon, could be, dusk, early dawn. The light does not get very far in the forest. What do you do?
Panic.
First thing I say is, I was joking about playing D&D.
I'm going to laugh at that terrible joke and then burst into tears.
I'm going to try and call my dad.
Right.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Why isn't it working?
Oh my God, Rattus, you're so green.
Like nothing.
And big pointy ears as well.
Oh.
So when is it Lauren? That's right. When Lauren starts to cry, because you're the sorcerer, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are. Yeah. Okay. So when you start to cry, you feel something responding to your tears. Like you feel like something is sort of comforting you as you lay on this sandy beach. Like you feel comforted even as this sadness sort of washes out of you and your tears fall onto the sand. The rest of you notice that Lauren has sort of sunk a little bit further into the sand, and the sand has sort of shaped itself up a little bit. So it's like it's like I'm watching someone, get covered in sand down at the beach, right? So the sand is but it's sort of solidish, and it's all like in her shape, and it's sort of holding her slightly.
It's cocooning her.
It's cocooning
her.
Oh my God.
Oh.
So yes, that's what you feel.
Okay.
You feel better.
Curious. Yeah, I do. I do feel better.
Oh my God, is this quicksand? Lauren, you're sinking!
No, it's fine. It's all good. I like it. It's cuddling me. Cuddling me? That's weird, but it's what it's doing.
I'm like desperately trying to get towards the trees and trying to climb up a tree because I'm convinced that we're on quicksand and it's eating us.
Okay. So you quickly clamber up a tree, or attempt to clamber up a tree, I should say.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to explore exactly how the rolling on character sheet thing works, because it's very, very different to Tales and Things from the Flood. So what you do is when you go to climb the tree, which is, I think, is there agility?
A
in this
right
game?
or a move?
Move. Yeah, it's a move.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
what you can do is you can press that.
I press that and it auto selects.
It auto selects
skills.
the dice that you have. So
Yep.
what it's done is it will have selected your agility 2, so that's the block
Yep.
of white dice. Then the red dice, it will have selected your skill of 1.
Yep.
And then because you
And
have
then
no gear,
it's 0 on
and
that.
then what you do is you press the big red roll button. And
There we go.
you get 1 success.
Nice.
So you are able to clamber up the tree. Now, just so you're aware, there are skulls on sometimes that come up when you roll the dice.
Those are
bad.
Those are banes. If you roll them in the first time you roll a skill, they have no impact. However, if you push a skill, those banes are applied against the stat that you're using. So if you have a look at your little character sheet and you scroll up to attributes, you'll see little skulls.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get a bane, you click on one of those skulls.
Oh no.
You know, and that's what happens. And by the way, it's start left to right. Left to right. So you click the first one, the one that's closest to the actual skill, and then you click 3. And what you'll see is your actual stat goes down when you do it.
Yeah. That's terrifying. I don't like that. Stop.
Yeah.
No, stop clicking my character sheet down.
That's what's going on. All right, so just so you're aware, so that's the basics of dice rolling dealt with. And there's a roll symbol next to a lot of things, so including your weapons, there's a little roll symbol. So there's attack and parry, same effect. When you click on that, it auto selects the dice, and then you roll the roll button. Okay. Okay. So now, that's probably enough to go with. But yes, okay. So Delilah, you are successful in clambering up the tree, away from the quicksand. Lukas, Chad, anyone else? Rattus, anyone want to do anything?
All right, I'm taking my my flick knife out, and I'm just going to have a look around.
Okay.
I'm going to try and be quiet and just scout around a little bit.
Right. So make a scouting roll. I think it's actually called scouting.
It's called scouting.
Yeah, there you go.
So, which is very much about sort of scouting is what you use to perceive things.
Oh.
Stealth is what you do to hide from things.
What the hell?
So you click on scouting.
So what did that do? Yeah, I clicked on scouting and I hit roll and I did that. Okay, I'll try again.
Yeah, just make sure it has enough time. It should roll. Yep, there we go. Right. So this is a classic example, right? So now if you push, which you can do, you would take 1 bane point to agility.
Right.
Just to explain. You don't have to push, by the way.
No. Okay, good.
Okay. So you stalk around near the trees, but you don't see or hear anything particularly interesting. Chad, what you doing?
Chad's gonna immediately do the same thing and wonder where the hell he is. So let's go. Roll. Oh my gosh.
Chad is not a scout, but he has rolled a success for all of that. So, Chad, as you move around the edge of the trees, away from the creek and up into the trees, you hear in the distance, really distant at the moment, you hear a very large creaking sound, which is almost masked from you by the trees moving, but it's clearly quite a repetitive sound. So it's like, it's like a sort of, it's like something moving repetitively in the distance.
Kind of like a water wheel sort of creaking.
Yeah, very much like
Okay.
a wheel sort of creaking.
I was thinking, where the fuck are we, guys? Oh my god.
Oh,
Rattus,
what the hell
fuck?
happened?
Well,
What the
we
hell?
went through.
And so
We went-
short. Long ears.
And I'm so tall. Oh my god.
Delilah, you have such big feet.
And they're so hairy.
No, I don't like it.
I thought you waxed your feet.
I didn't know girls wax their feet, but man, this would be a good opportunity for one to.
Oh no.
Alright.
The last thing I remember was trying to run away from
Joelbot.
what's his face?
Joelbot 1.0.
Joelbot.
Yeah, that's right. The
He
robot
wasn't a
too.
bot, was he? He was doing that kind of like weird light thing, and there was a ring of light, and then what the hell?
Mm.
I'm dreaming. You're all in my dream. I must have
Yeah,
got
and
knocked
what
out.
the hell's happening to you, Rattus? Why are you green?
Yeah, wait a second.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like
Short.
you guys have got big ears and things as well.
I like trying to like hold my skirt up at the same while I'm up in the
Well, we've got to get back. Like, how the hell are we going to get back?
I don't
Like,
even know where we
we've got to
What
save
do
the
you
town
mean
from.
back?
We've got to save everyone from Joel and his insane energy burst things. We've got to go
Right.
back.
How are we going to do that?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
It's not working. It's not connecting to anything. I don't know where we are.
Hmm.
All
Oh
right.
god.
Well, you've heard the creaking in the distance, and Delilah, you're up a tree. Do you want
Right.
to make...
Has Chad told us about the creaking that he's heard?
Chad's like, oh my god, I'm in a dream. What's going on? Everyone's freaking weird. This is weird. Oh,
I give you a condition, but the system doesn't allow for it.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to sit up, and actually I'm going to get up, and I have scouting, so I'm going to kind of look around the area as well.
Okay. Right, so you
So
all
I
look
click
around
on
the
this.
area. So can I just get who's got the highest scouting roll? of
I'm
any?
licking the ice cream or whatever. I'm licking
I've got
everything.
4.
Find then suddenly it snapped to half.
I have 6.
I'm just gonna
I've
have
got
some
6
food.
too.
I've got 3.
Oh, bless you.
So 6 is highest.
Okay, so can I get one of the people with 6 to roll their scouting roll?
Okay, I'm going to try that. Ooh.
You seem to be in touch with the land.
Yeah. I don't know, did that work?
Did I hear
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah, it did.
You got 1.
I got 1. So the swords means I get 1.
Yep, that's a success.
Okay.
And because you're not pushing, you don't have to worry about the skull.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all sort of have a quick look around. The first thing that strikes you is this is unlike any forest you've ever seen. Maybe Chad has seen a forest not dissimilar to this because it's very much a northern European forest. A northern hemisphere forest as opposed to a southern hemisphere forest. So big, heavy pines and, elms and cypresses and other things all dotted through the landscape, and some trees that you just don't recognise. You see, like a small, and at first you don't really believe it's there. You see what looks to be a small rabbit with a pair of horns sticking out of its forehead like an antelope.
Jackalope.
A jackal.
It is the infamous jackalope from the Fiend Folio because everyone knows the jackalope from the Fiend Folio.
Okay.
So you see a little rabbit in the distance, but it has horns. So you're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. Is the message of the day.
Have we gone through where tiger thing is? Maybe.
It wasn't a rare tiger.
It was still Australia. That thing was still in Australia, and it still looked like
that was just Australia a while back.
Right.
Yeah, this does not look like Australia, not even a tiny bit.
Not even a little bit anymore, Tato.
I don't think Australia had, horned
Did you
rabbits.
see the bunny? Did you see the bunny?
Yes, I saw the bunny.
Okay. So.
Where are rabbits from? Where do rabbits live normally? They live in
Not
America,
in Australia.
right?
Not in Australia.
Burrows.
They live everywhere in burrows. Yeah. Right. So
does it fit in burrows with horns?
Well, guys, what are we going to do? We've got to have a plan. Like, we've got water.
I don't even know what's going on. I still don't know
Neither
what we
do
are.
I. But we still have to, somehow survive. Here, we're in the middle of a fucking forest. We've got water. I hope it's safe to drink. We've got to find some
want horny
food.
rabbit for dinner or something, do you?
Well,
I go to
it's going to be better
sleep
than nothing.
in a dream. I might wake up.
Yeah, let's wake up. I just want to wake up. Wake up.
Right, I'm going to come up and pinch Chad and pinch Delilah.
Okay.
I'm up in a tree. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't reach her. I just pinched Chad.
All of you can.
Are you awake now?
All of you can hear the creaking getting closer. By the way.
What is that? Something's coming?
Okay. Should we all get up trees? I'm going to get up
hide.
a tree too.
I don't know what it is, but I don't like anything right now. So
I reckon it's like a cart or something coming towards us because it sounds like what I heard at Old Sydney Town when my granddad took me there.
Nice.
Like with wheels?
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide.
Right. It doesn't look like there's a way for a cart to come to exactly where you are, by the way.
Okay. All right. Well.
Like you're on a sandy beach. You're surrounded by forest. You may have to move into the forest.
Okay.
To find the
I will head into the forest on my own, it seems.
Oh, fine. I'll come with you.
We're going to do it. I'm trying to do it stealthy to actually see what is up there.
Okay.
I'll join you in stealthily sneaking up.
Would you like a roll?
Yes, I'd like someone to roll. Now it's the bad news. How far apart are you separating from the rest of the group when you?
Well, I've got to climb out of the tree, so.
So my question. So here's the bad news: when you roll stealth, you roll the worst stealth skill if you're all sort of
in the group.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why I said I would go off on my own.
So you can do that if you want, if the others are okay with that, and then they'll follow behind, assumedly.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I will need a I need to learn all the skills, and I don't know them.
Bloody hell!
No.
Did you not roll well there?
So I take it I'm still aiming for sixes.
Well, you're aiming for swords.
For swords, okay.
Never seen a roll like that before.
No. Death walks with me, okay?
I don't think you felt it. So everyone's behind you, right? And they can see you. Like,
okay, I'll make sure that I roll a few times as well to tumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
dun, 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 dun.
okay.
Oh, that's better. I do a good roll.
Yeah.
A very impressive forward roll.
Yeah.
Because you've separated. Well, actually, I was going to make them make like a scouting roll to sort of keep track of you, but no, they don't need to. They've got you. They've got you in their eyes. So you move up through the woods, stealthily.
Yep.
You come across. So suddenly the woods open up. Well, they don't really open up. There's a clear. There's an open space, and it reminds you of a fire break, right? So it's an open space. It's about, give or take, 3 to 4 meters across, so about 9 to 12 feet, give or take.
Okay.
Across, maybe a bit bigger. Actually, probably bigger than that. Actually, more like 12 to 15, I should say. So it's quite wide. It's a big open space, and it's very. It's like a fire break, or like the breaks they cut to let the power lines come down from the snowy scheme down.
Okay.
So there's a cleared straight line, right? And in the middle of the sort of path where you've come out, and probably another good solid 10 feet away from you, but further sort of along the path, you can see what looks like the world's biggest roadkill, right? So it's this wolf, maybe. It's humongous. It's about the size of a pony, or a horse. So the thing is, taller than you at the shoulder, particularly now. Significantly taller than you at the shoulder at the moment. If it was standing up, which it isn't, it's lying on the ground.
I'm glad it's not standing up.
It's like it's been run over, right? Which is the closest you can come to ascertaining, which is why it looks like roadkill. So it's been splattered by these giant wheels, giant fat wheels. It looks like roadkill.
Okay.
However,
now I'm concerned that there are wolves this big out here.
Yeah, that's a good thing to take away
Do
from
we
it.
even have wolves in Australia?
No.
There is something much bigger. Oh crap. Okay.
I'm climbing back up the tree.
Oh, she's treed herself again. So can I see any like dust or anything settling or in a particular direction?
No, and as a matter of fact, now that you've come out onto the sort of open area, in the very far distance, but heading towards you, not away from you, you can see a really big wooden ship. Like, it looks like a ship. It looks like, the Endeavour, right? Coming at you over the land, and it's in effect sailing down this straight line towards you, and you can hear that creaking sound getting louder as it approaches.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm looking at the wolf and I'm looking at the wheels and I'm going, I need to get out of the way of this thing first. The others, I kind of just go back and flag them and go, look up there, and point towards the ship coming in.
What do you think? Should we try and stop it? Do we hail it? Can we do that?
I don't know what we can do and what we can't do. They've got, well, yeah.
I mean, we need help.
We do need help. We could use your skirt as a flag, Delilah.
I need my skirt.
Your jumper covers everything.
I was going to say, I would imagine by this point you've given up on the skirt.
Yeah. Right.
But as per Lauren's point, your jumper slash what was it, sweater?
Sweater, yeah.
It now reaches past your knees, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're repurposing the skirt as a flag.
Okay.
Yeah. The roadkill is what I want to know.
No.
Oh, I'm going to go and have a look at it.
No. I don't know.
We'll go and have a look at it. Sure. I'll go have a look.
I hope it's actually dead. It's
So do I.
huge.
Well, who knows? Poke.
I can poke it with
So
my.
you go over to poke it, do you?
Get a
Yeah.
stick.
Get a stick. How big
Poke.
a stick?
Big stick.
You know,
A
hiking stick.
taller than me stick. Like 6 foot stick.
Okay. When you get close enough to think about poking it, the second thing you notice about it is it's got crossbow bolts stuck through its body in multiple places. Like, so it's not just been shot by one bolt, it's been shot by multiple bolts, which have in effect impaled it into the ground.
So it's been shot from above?
Probably, yeah. The other thing you notice is that there's small reddish blue flames appearing every now and then from underneath its body.
Okay.
And the pelt itself is white.
Right. All
With
right.
flames. What the fuck?
Well, let's try and roll this wolf over.
Okay, as you go to move it, its head turns to you. So its head's undamaged, but the rest of its body's very badly damaged. And it says, "Oh, hello, goblin friend." And in an incredibly articulate voice.
Hello.
What the fuck?
Wolf.
What did we take?
What? Wait, where? What happened before we woke up here again?
glowing portal, Joel, with the energy bursts. I don't know.
I don't know what the
I did take stuff before we went anyway, so I know what I took.
Me too.
Hi. Can we help you in any way? I'm Rattus.
Are you? Well, how very pleasant to meet you, Rattus. Perhaps you could lift me some way off the ground. You would need a bigger stick than the one you currently have, because I assume you haven't gone and gotten a giant branch.
No, I throw the stick over my shoulder.
Or perhaps you and some of your friends would be able to just lift me up. I can see, it says, just as it tilts its head as far as it can tilt it from its, inability to move its body, it twists its head right around, almost like an owl. I can see
Creepy.
you have a very big friend. Perhaps he could come over and help you.
No.
Which one's that? The tallest?
Oh my god. It's fucking talking to me. Oh.
Wait, no, but when you're dreaming, if you follow the story, it goes faster. Let's just get the story over with. Clearly the story is we're helping out the wolf, so we got to help the
Okay,
wolf.
but I just want to know, Mr. Wolf, are you a mister? I don't know.
I'm happy to be called whatever you think is appropriate.
If we help you up, will you promise not to eat any of us?
Of course. Why would I lie to you? Do you want to make what skill is it for this game? I mean, it'll be something like insight or...
I've got
There's a
insight.
manipulation one. There's a manipulation skill, which is empathy
There is
based.
insight.
Yeah, I'll go with
Performance.
insight.
Insight, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have 7 in insight.
Make an
Let's hope
insight
that's-
One
Is that
success.
1?
Yeah.
No.
It is. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Rattus
trustworthy.
knows nothing.
I like him.
Hold on. Hold on. The stones are talking to you, Warren, and they're saying, don't trust him. Don't trust him.
Yeah.
The earth underneath his body screams out against trust.
I'm sorry, but you know what? We have a boat to catch, and I don't think we can help you right now. Sorry about that. Let's just go over here, shall we? Away from the wolf that's on fire.
Come closer. And as Rattus, who was the closest, was standing nearby, there's a sudden movement from the body of the wolf as its intestines spew out of its crushed body and try and grab Rattus and drag him back towards its teeth.
Uh-oh. I don't even know if Rattus is here right now.
Yeah, no, he's not here.
He's just getting entrapped by entrails. Maybe he's taking the dog out.
When he comes back, that'll be awesome for him. Actually, I'll just pause for 1 second while I just go and check that Alex is going to bed.
Oh, hi, Alex.
Oh, on that subject.
Hey, yes, there we go.
I don't know what that was about.
Dad was just saying he was about to come and check on you to see how you were. Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
They're coming around to you now. Oh, is the dog out here?
Alex,
He is.
they can't see you. Oh, maybe they can see you. Oh, they can see you.
Occasionally.
Is this Rattus coming back?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
Perfect
Rattus.
timing.
What did I miss?
Your step away was perfect because actually, hold on, let's go back a step. Lauren, did you want to tell Rattus what you said to the wolf?
I was like, I'm sorry. We've got to go and catch a boat that's over here. So, sorry, can't help you right now. Everyone's gonna go over here now. Way over here.
And then just as they said that, the wolf went, no! And its intestines tore out of the side of its body like writhing tentacles. And they try to grab you, Rattus, and drag you towards its gnashing teeth.
Ew. What the?
This is not a good dream. This is a nightmare.
Not a good dream.
Taxi.
Okay, so Rattus, what you can do, I think,
Yeah.
is you can attempt to dodge that, which, and I don't have the rules with me, but we'll just go with that on the assumption that it sounds about right. You can attempt to dodge it, and you would have to use, I assume, your move skill.
Yeah. That's what I'd assume. All right, here we go. Try and avoid the intestines. No. Yes. Yes, I do. Do I just hit the push button now?
I think so.
All right. Is the dice pool correct? Hint, remove successes and bane. Yeah, as far as I know.
Yep.
All right, submit. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
No, I'm getting sucked in.
Okay. It grapples with you. As it does so, as its tentacles draw you in, you take an injury. So you just take 1 point of strength damage from the tentacles. So you can click on your little skulls there against your thing, but you don't take a critical or anything like that. And it draws you towards its mouth, and as it's about to bite down upon you, a crossbow bolt sprouts from its head, knocking it back away from you, and you're able to sort of wriggle free from the tentacles just in time to see the ship has gotten much closer now, and it looks rather like this.
Sand crawler. Yeah. I love the Jawa ship.
Are there Jawas all over that thing?
So, looking straight ahead, you can see what appears to be a series of almost verandas running around the outside of it, and right in front are these two almost like statue style, like wooden carvings with crossbows, and they're just firing at the wolf almost on automatic.
Oh.
And it's rolling towards you. As it gets closer, a large portly gentleman appears over the side, looking over the side, and says, "Hail and well met, friends. You seem to be at a loss. Perhaps you would care to join me on my fine ship."
Fuck yeah.
Yes,
Definitely.
As Rattus scampers back and gets rid of intestines off his ship. Oh.
Excellent. By all means, come up, all of you, and allow me to offer you assistance. And by the way, be careful of the wolves; they're not to be trusted.
Thank you.
Get that.
Chad's already climbing up.
Yeah.
First to run away.
Yeah.
Oh, Delilah's a bit behind, if only because her legs are much shorter now.
And she had to get out of the latest tree.
And yeah, the latest tree. Climb down the tree, across, up the boat.
Jeez.
Yes, we'll climb in as quick as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will definitely go up to him and thank him, shake his hand and everything. They do that sort of thing around here.
I'm sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, look, always happy to help someone in need.
What is that? What? I can see it's a wolf.
Yes, those are the wolves. They follow us as we move through our run. A run that was, they are the servants of the dark gods, sent here to stop us and destroy my ship.
I see.
Right.
Of course. How could I not know that?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Sorry, good sir, what is your name?
What is my name? That's an excellent question. My name is Aston. My name is Aston. I am the Wagoneer, and he sort of takes a big stance. The other thing you notice now that you've gotten onto it, and you didn't really notice because demon wolf tentacle intestines was enough to keep you more than upset with that. Is it's gently snowing around the outside of the vehicle, but it wasn't snowing when you were on the ground, or at least not that you recall.
Yeah.
Hey. So, Aston, the Wagoneer, it's so very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for picking us up because we are quite lost.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tell us where we are?
You are in the land of the Sari. Or at least that is what it was known as before the gods, in their wisdom, chose to end my people.
Right.
Okay.
No. We're in Washington. This is not right. Washington. We're back in my childhood town of Spokane. This is not right. I don't understand what's going on, but I would never dream of a freaking land boat. But I don't. This is like, what's that show? That movie I watched, the Dream with the little kid that rode that giant dog dragon. Was like
Never-ending story.
Yes, this is like I'm just dreaming. Never-ending story. I used to love that when I was back in Washington. I watched that all the time. This must be it.
Ah,
Right. Yeah.
I see. Washington. I have never heard my lands called that before. As the last of my people, I find that quite surprising.
Hmm.
The last of your
people?
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'm the last of the Sari.
Wow.
Wow, the gods were very angry with your people?
So angry they wiped us from the earth.
Wow, what did you
that's
do?
Unfortunate.
It is a long story. Perhaps one best discussed at my feasting hall. And he opens a door into the back, into the sort of the cabin area at the back of the moving boat. And there before you is a giant feasting table, full to the brim with food and drink. Lights glitter, like candlelight, and a hanging chandelier full of lights hangs from the roof. There are other people at the table, but you can't quite make them out. It's like they're like without, if you don't talk to them, so they're all sort of lost in the light and the shadow and the movement.
Right. Do you have anything that I can change into that doesn't smell of wolf entrails?
Of course, my friend.
Because first impressions are everything.
Yes.
My people's magic was once of a kind that took from others, but I have changed it. And if you enter into, any points below deck, so there's a set of steps going down that you should be able to see in the photo, actually, in the picture. If you take those steps down into the cargo area, you will find whatever you need.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I see. Down into the cargo hold.
Did you say magic? Like abracadabra, do a spell? Magic?
He clicks his fingers and a small flame appears at the tip of his finger, which he then uses to light his pipe.
Man, that's handy.
That's like real magic, not like a trick. That's like you just made fire.
I don't know. It depends on whether you agree that the creation of fire by the simple willing of it into existence is a trick or a spell.
That sounds like a spell to me.
Well, then,
Cool.
my fellow sorceress, I am sure that we will one day be able to explore your magic as well.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, you're clearly a sorceress.
I'm clearly a sorcerer.
I can hear the stones.
Sorceress.
I can hear the stones singing as the boat was approaching where you were.
Yes, of course.
Oh.
Of course, I can't understand the stones like you, but I can hear their song.
Oh. Well, I did feel like the stones warned me about that wolf, that it was dangerous and not to trust it.
Yes, I would imagine the stone of this earth, at least, would reject the very presence of the wolves.
But I don't know if this is going to sound crazy to you or not, but we don't actually come from this world.
Yes, I can tell.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
Yes, it's quite obvious to me that you are of foreign finds. But many such people have found their way onto my caravan over the years.
Oh, but we really need to go home. If you know magic, can you help us get back to our actual home?
Unfortunately, my magic is now bound to this place. So my magic ends at the edge of this ship.
Right.
Well, few feet, I guess, but, broadly. It sounds so much more dramatic when I say at the end of the ship. That's why I say it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's here.
Whereas yours is much less bound to such things.
But in my home, I don't have any magic. Like, magic does not exist in my home.
Oh, how very sad.
So I don't know what to do with my magic.
Ah, well, as luck would have it, the stones will tell you what you can do with them, if you listen. My advice is you learn to listen. And perhaps I could offer you some change of clothes and some more appropriate equipment for my world, for the land of the Sari.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Well, look, I believe your friend has gone downstairs to find what he needs. The ship will provide. It knows. It is what the magic is. Much like the stone, it will sing to you in its own way. Now, you, big man, he points at Chad. You in the back.
Me? Yes,
the shaking,
sir?
The shaking white guy.
Yeah?
You seem like a big lad.
Yeah. I do feel bigger.
You are quite the warrior, it would appear. One cannot help but wonder.
Warrior, I just play sports. I don't...
The sports of kings, perhaps? The riding of horses?
The
challenging of others to the joust?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Sports where you, throw things, like a ball and play with other players.
Why would you throw a ball? Is it spiky in some way?
No, it's just for fun.
I've forgotten that at times people live in such luxury that they do not need to defend themselves.
Where are we? Where?
I believe, as I explained to your friend, you're in the land of the Sari. We are here in the collapsed end of my people. You are, however, not my people. I will make that point.
No.
One of you are likely to die soon. Well, except for you, and he points to Lukas. You are not likely to die anytime soon. But the rest are immortal, like myself. Well,
Dad's gonna start flapping his arms.
I'm immortal?
Why would I die? Why would he die?
Well, except for
my arms. I'm just flapping my arms trying to fly. I can do this. I always fly in my dreams.
Wait.
See, you think you're asleep.
Yeah, well, of course I'm asleep.
Wait, I'm immortal?
Yes.
Will I ever die?
Well, yes, I mean...
When you do, it'll be horribly.
Your people, whilst rare, can be killed, but you won't die of natural causes. You won't age. You won't suffer from disease, well, a non-magical disease.
I see. First I've heard of it.
Where are you going, ship captain?
I'm going where I always go. My ship tracks the same path every year without fail, and will for all eternity, or until the wolves catch me, of course.
Where's this city or anything? How far are we?
There is no city, my friend. All all the cities and towns of my people, as I explained. Were destroyed.
Wow. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. Do you have any food?
We have, and he points through the doors at this giant feasting hall with all these voices and all these people inside it, although you can barely make them out. But it's covered with, it's just piled high with food and drink. We have all of this. I assume that would be of service.
Oh, wow.
But before you join us at the table, I suggest, like your friends, you go into the cargo holds and listen. The ship will tell you what you need.
Okay. I think I saw Goblin Rattus go down here.
Yes, your friend. Yes, indeed. The small green chap.
Yeah, super green.
Yes, he was very green. That is what they look like. Now, you, and he points at Lukas. You are a more difficult case, I think, than many of your friends.
Why is that?
Well, first of all, unlike them, as I've already pointed out, you are not of the same kin. You are much like myself, one of the rare immortals. Although your people, unlike mine, did not anger the gods.
That's great of them, I suppose.
Yes, although there are never many of you. You're an unusual kind. This body
Yes.
that you wear is nothing more than a sheath for your actual soul and for your actual spirit.
Interesting.
Yes. Tap your forehead, my friend.
Okay, tap my forehead.
Okay, when you tap your forehead, you can feel something hard just underneath your skin. And pointy.
And pointy.
And pointy.
Why is... Do I have a horn?
No, my friend, you do not have a horn.
You're a unicorn.
I was a bit excited for a second.
No, feel the edges of it. You'll know what it is once you do that.
Okay, kind of move my thumb around on my forehead. Good.
Okay, it's clearly some sort of stone or gem.
Why do I have
skin.
Why do I have like a diamond stuck in my head?
Well, because, my friend, that is who you really are.
I'm a rock.
You are a spirit made flesh, a servant of the gods.
Also, I'm working for the gods.
Well, you are, or were, a servant of the gods, made flesh.
I can see why it's a good thing. Well, I'm glad that we didn't anger them then. That would be pretty bad for us, I suppose.
Yes. You can renew yourself every day.
Oh.
Simply by resting. Unlike your kin. Or your friend.
That's cool.
Yes. I think you will also find if you go down into the hold, you will find the ship has what you need.
Thank you for sharing that with me.
By the way, nice background, Natty. I just want to say that now.
Yeah, thank you. Also, if I may ask, if you aren't one of what I am, what are you?
I have explained this before. I am the last of the Seri.
I
am the very last of my kind. The mightiest wizards to have ever walked this land. I have bound, much like my kin, I bound my life force to my magic. And as long as this caravan exists, I live.
I see. Quite impressive.
It is both an opportunity and a curse.
I can see that, yes.
Because as I said, I am the last of my kind. But hasten yourself to my cargo hold so that you may join us at the table, my friend.
Of course. I wouldn't want to hold you any longer.
Excellent. And then finally, I see you, oh short one. And he points to you, Delilah.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm this short. I don't like it. I don't know what's going on.
So, I don't know why you're that short either. Were you taller before?
Yes.
Much taller?
Yes.
Right. I imagine this is quite confronting then.
Very.
Many tall people find it very confronting when they're no longer tall.
Yeah. My clothes, I need new clothes.
Ah, well, that I can help you with.
Guess where?
And I'm sure the ship will also find you what you need when you go downstairs.
Okay.
Like your friends, is there any question you would like to ask me before you?
That's fine. Okay.
Is there any chance that what's happening right now is because I took something and I'm
Close the door, please.
It's possible. I admit that sometimes people take powerful potions and magic items and ingest them and find themselves in new worlds.
Yeah.
I caution you, however, because it has become apparent that a number of you think you are dreaming. This is not a dream. If you die here, you will be dead.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Okay. That's fine.
All right, so do you go
Some new clothes now. Yeah.
Okay, so you all go downstairs, and then you don't actually remember anything about going downstairs. So you go downstairs, and the next thing you remember is you're back at the feasting hall. But you're completely changed, and your character sheets are now correct.
Right.
I should point out this includes the fact that the elf now has a horse standing next to them.
Dude.
There's a large horse in the seemingly endless eating area. You're holding the reins.
Does your horse talk like that wolf?
I don't know.
I reckon you should start talking to it. See what it does.
Hey there, horse. I'm glad that. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you eat?
Hey.
Yeah. Very cute, very cute. So, do you have a name, I guess? Like...
Its name is Nay.
Always with the negative.
I'll call them Nay.
Did you just, sorry.
It'll be fitting.
That's fair enough. I don't think anybody wanted to listen to that conversation. Not even me.
All right. Sorry, what was that last bit, Nathaniel?
I'm calling them Nay. It seems fitting.
Nay the horse.
Yep.
Right.
Nice.
Okay. So, I don't know if you heard it, Jess, but when you went down into the cargo hold, you have no memory of what happened. The next thing you remember is you're back at the feasting hall. But you're fully equipped, so your character sheet's fully, correct.
Cool.
And at the end of the table is Austin, the wizard, the Wagoneer. My friends, welcome to this table of travellers and strangers. Pray tell, what is it that you would like to know the most? And please partake of all these fine foods. You will find they are not so unfamiliar as you might expect. So in front of all of you is the food you actually like.
What?
Hamburgers,
know?
they're very advanced here.
Oh, cheesesteaks. I haven't had one of these since I was back home in the States. Australians don't know what a good cheesesteak is.
So
Well-
off-putting. I don't know.
I'm glad that they still make bacon in this universe. It's great.
How the heck did they get KFC here? I mean, what?
It doesn't have the bucket. Well, maybe it does have the bucket, but it's made of wood.
There's no way that there's a KFC here, okay?
It tastes exactly like KFC, including the potato and gravy.
Mm.
You can taste the powdered potato.
I can!
Right, so that's what a cheesesteak looks like. Mm.
Oh, you Googled it?
Yeah.
I love cheesesteaks.
Right, we're going to have a look at this then.
Oh god, yeah.
And suddenly, everyone wanted to know. Actually, all right, I'm doing it too.
What?
It's kind of like a Subway thing,
right.
but with lots of cheese.
No, I
Yeah.
have seen these before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
I don't know why, but the first image that showed up, the cheese is so yellow, it's really off-putting. I don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's plastic cheese right there.
God, that looks so off-putting. I do not
Oh,
like
this is where the Philly cheese steak thing comes from.
Yeah, Philly cheese sticks.
Hoagie roll. Oh, is that what a hoagie roll is?
Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
we really are in a different world.
Anyway, back to
I had no idea I was going to get this real. Okay. So you've all got your equipment. So, do you just want to give the 10-second overview of what obvious equipment your character is carrying, starting with Brandon? So,
I got this heavy chainmail weighing down on my polo shirt or whatever I was wearing, and I got shield and an axe, and I got this open helmet on top of my head.
Okay. What about you, Lucas?
Me, I've got a bow, I've got a shield, I've got some armor, and I've got a bridle for a horse that I didn't realize I had until recently.
It's down below in mounts
Mm.
on your character sheet.
Oh yes, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Delilah? I think Delilah.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you got?
I have now got a flute in my hand, and a short sword hanging at my side, and I've changed into clothes that actually fit me.
Yep.
Yep.
And what about you, Rattus?
All right, I'm wearing leather armor and have a leather skull cap thing and a knife, and I'm standing there with a light crossbow going, groovy.
Nice.
I've always wanted one of these things.
Yeah. It's got little winders.
Oh, wretchedy one.
Windlass.
Yeah, it's got a little windlass for rapid reload.
All right, that's going to take some practice.
Finally, Lauren, what have you got?
So I have a very large staff.
Yep.
With
So
me.
do I.
It's got I don't know. And I've got some leather armor. And I have this look on my face now, which is like I'm only half listening to everybody else in the room.
Mm.
The other half of me is listening to the Stones, but you can't tell that.
All right. Well, my
So nothing's changed really.
Pray tell, what question would you like answered? Because around this table there will be someone who may be able to answer it for you.
I guess my biggest question is like, how do we get home? I think I maybe know a little bit of why we came here, because before we left our world, we were trying to save our town from one of our classmates who, I don't know what had gone wrong with him, but he was blowing up half the town.
Yeah.
And then there was this big circle of light that came towards us, and we ended up here. But we have to go back and save our town.
Okay. So
Quite a predicament.
Yeah.
you would like to return to your town then?
Yes.
Is that the desire of all of you?
Yes.
I think so,
I need
yeah.
to get back to my. I need to get back to my dad, and I need to get back to my mom, and I need to know what's going on, and I need to make sure that my dad hasn't actually been replaced by a robot. I don't know what's going on there. It's really stressful.
I see. And you, Gloria?
Yeah, I want to go home too. Or wake up. One of the two.
Ah, excellent. And
Can you dream me some root beer?
there's root beer.
Thirsty.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How about some? Or wait, no. If this is a dream, I could have whatever I want. I want a real beer.
I see. Well, yes, of course you can have a real beer. However, there is a cost to your request. I demand entertainment from you. Tell me a story or a song from your place and from where you come from.
I'm just gonna start telling him about Jurassic Park. His favorite movie.
So, what is your sorry. Oh no, that was that. Yep.
I'm like, but that director also made this cool movie about this giant shark, that went and terrorized this fishing boat, kind of like this boat, but in water.
So, do you want to make a performance roll, Chad?
Yeah.
I mean, you want to make it.
Did it go through? I didn't go through. It might roll double. Oh, okay, it just took a while.
Yeah, it just took a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
One.
that's pretty good. I mean, oh wow, you got 5 dice. Oh right, because you've got empathy 5. That's right. Okay. Yes. You tell your story of the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex and the confused mathematician.
Yeah.
and everyone applauds. This is a great story. Tell me, are there more such stories? I demand another story, and this time from someone else of your group. Who would step forth and tell me of this mighty thing? Now, Delilah, don't forget what your perform looks like.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll step forward. And I'm going to tell him the tale of Joel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Is your flute actually magical? I can't remember if I made it magical.
It is, yes.
Okay.
It's
So
the
just
magic
make sure
flute.
the artifact dice gets added in.
Yeah, I will make sure. I'm just going to, let's see
So
if
when
I
you
select
click on the
that.
skill,
Yep. I've
Yep.
got 5, 3, and 2.
perfect. Yep,
Nice.
That's it.
Yep.
Well,
Wow.
3 successes.
Nice.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
right.
A very dramatic retelling of our events up till yeah.
My God, this is an excellent story. This Joel figure is amazing, but I am questioning you. How did you not realize that clearly the second Joel was not an android? For surely it was obvious from the beginning that this was true.
I feel like this is a personal attack against us. Like
All right. Sure. Did I step over the line? Maybe. Okay. So you tell this mighty story. So that's 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. So that was indeed a mighty story. I but ask for one more tale, or one more trick, or one more thing to entertain my guests, and then I will answer your question.
Hmm.
Who else has got a good perform? Because I've got 3.
Ooh. I've got 3 as well.
Rattus?
Well, I could always do some sleight of hand.
Yep, that's true. You don't have to do perform.
So I could always do the whole illusionary moving a coin around, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give that a go.
Okay.
Come on, let's at least have a success here. That's all I ask. Dun, 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 dun. No.
No.
Now, there is something for you guys to be aware of. When you push a skill, you also get what's called a willpower point. And willpower is what you use to power your talents.
Oh, actually, I've got a +1 on sleight of hand as well that haven't been factored in.
Oh, okay. Well, should add that in then.
All right. So, all right, I will push it then.
Yep. Taking 1 point of damage to your agility.
Yeah. That'll be your second point of damage to your agility because you tried to.
No, it was strength first.
I thought you tried to jump out of the way and you couldn't.
No, it was actually strength.
That was strength.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. Actually.
No, you were correct. It was a point of strength because it was actually the fact that the tentacles pummeled you.
Yeah.
You took damage. You actually took damage.
So all through these stories, Rattus gets pummeled. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
This time you're pushing, and when you push, you get a willpower point.
Okay. So how do I include the +1 for the sleight of hand rolls as well?
Well, you can actually just click on your character sheet.
And just up it.
And just up it. Yeah, you're completely...
Okay.
Yep, that does work.
Oh, wait, no, you did. You pushed a move roll. That's what happened.
Okay.
You pushed a move roll, Rob.
No,
and...
he didn't end up pushing it.
Oh,
He could have
okay.
pushed it, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, but I saw he has a roll right here. He has up 2 moves. If I can't even scroll up. So
All
I feel
right.
like you'd get 2 willpower points.
Did they actually do anything?
Yeah. It probably will. It takes ages.
Yeah, it's the one right above performance.
Yeah, it didn't.
See where
It came through, but you did not get any success.
Okay, but you did get a willpower point.
Oh, good. Where do I put that?
On your character sheet,
Sheet.
there should be a willpower. Hold on, I'm going there myself because I've got to learn this too.
Skills, talents, dice. There. Okay. Mount, no.
Oh, there it is, down the bottom.
Oh, down the bottom there.
Bottom.
Dots.
Yep. Dots. So you can,
Okay.
there you go. You have
Cool. So I've just got 1 willpower from that?
Yep.
Cool.
I thought you should look up see if you scroll up to where I did my performance roll. Right above it, you have 2 rolls where you moved and then you pushed it. It says push. That you actually pushed.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
What?
And that's where
he didn't have any banes.
Yeah, he did. On the second roll, he had a bane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's a agility point then. So yeah, that's right. You've got two willpower.
Hmm.
But you also
Okay.
have 3. You also have 1. Yeah, you also
1
have,
strength, 1 agility.
I think it's actually
Yeah.
1 strength and 2 agility. Actually.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
Oh my god. And how many willpower did I ended up with? 2.
2.
Two.
Can be healed.
Yes.
Someone uses their healing skill. Someone's got.
Oh, I've got 3 healing. That's not
See
good.
what
So everyone have a look at your character sheets. Someone's got healing.
healing. I have 5 healing.
Yeah, that sounds good. I've got 3.
Yeah.
Right. So for each success, you can heal an injury, basically.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Right. Well, I failed anyway, so Somebody else has to do something.
Yeah, someone else has to do something.
Well, I'll try doing a sleight of hand then. I've got 4. Let's try it. It's gonna come through.
Oh no!
Oh! No.
There's a clear message.
Oh boy.
Turns out you're actually good at sleight of hand there.
Wow,
Mickey.
that was bad.
That was bad. That was terrible. That was literally shockingly bad.
You see this coin in front of you? Ding, 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 onto the ground.
Oh, I think I'm very good at that.
Okay, it's down to you, Natty.
Lucas, save the day.
Lucas!
And it's sleight of hand, right?
Well,
Or
Or you can do
performance.
perform.
Or whatever else. Yeah.
You got to do a trick.
You can perform in any way you think fit.
Oh,
If
I
you
should
have
have done
crafting, watch me with all this thing.
I should have done marksmanship, except I've got nothing to fire.
I've got a bow. I was going to say, actually, I could try and shoot, like, an apple off of someone's head.
Yeah.
Okay, who are you going to get to volunteer?
Who wants to have an apple shot off their head?
Not me. No.
Nope.
There'll
Nope.
be someone drunk enough that'll do it, you know?
Chad's been the one drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Here, Chad.
Well, it's just a dream anyway. Sure, what the hell?
Here we are.
Here, Chad, don't move.
Okay. Now stay very still, Chad.
All right. Now, if
Wait.
you're shooting, you can use the weapon.
Oh, you got one.
Oh yeah.
I will just point out that above your skills in your dice pools, there are actually your weapons.
Oh, I see. Yes,
If you-
yes.
You can click on the dice indicator for attack for that weapon.
Okay.
Because I think you're going to find that I gave you a magical bow.
Oh.
I think
Ooh la
it
la.
should have a D8 ticked underneath it, or maybe it doesn't in your case, actually. I know someone does because I'm looking at it right now.
It does. Yeah, it is a magical bow.
Yeah, so anyway, but you rolled a success, so that's fine. Keep it. But next time,
Yep.
just remember to use that attack.
Mhm.
Because then it will auto include the bonus for artifact. And when you roll an artifact dice, you can get more than one success on that dice.
Hey.
2 for D8s, I think it's 3 for D10s, and then maybe 4 for D12s. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway, all right. You shoot an apple of Chad's head. Chad is not impaled by an arrow. You have successfully impressed Austin. My friends, that was excellent. Now, does someone want to do healing on Rattus, who's now looking quite injured?
Yeah, I'll help out.
Okay. Roll your medicine. Roll your healing skill.
I shall.
You know, first aid.
Let's see. Nope.
It hurts more.
It's because do none of you have healing as a skill? Did I give no one healing as a skill? That's quite embarrassing, actually.
Yeah. No, none of us have it.
That's
No.
down to me. That's down to
And
me.
we don't have a druid in the party either.
You have a druid in the party. You have a sorcerer. That is correct. Okay. Did you want to push that skill?
Yeah, I'll push.
Oh!
Yep.
If you
Okay.
push,
All right. So
Rolling
discount
again.
if you push, you'll take damage to your empathy, though. Oh, you did it. Oh, okay. So this is the thing that I wanted to say, Thomas, that the game doesn't do well, is you have to manually subtract the skill
Yeah,
dice.
So you know how when it says make sure you have cleared the dice
Right.
when you
Yep.
press the button?
Yep.
You have to, because you got a Bane, you only get to roll 4 dice, not 5.
Oh,
You
right.
have to keep the
Okay.
Bane,
Yep. Yep.
And you
Yep.
get the successes. So just remember that for next time, everyone.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, you got 1 success and you heal him 1 point. So it can be reduced of agility or strength. And you take a point of
Empathy. Yep.
And you get
Okay.
1 will point.
Yeah. 1 will point.
No.
You can do funky things.
I'm gonna try and heal Rattus. Oh wait, can you do more than one? I think you can do more than one heal.
For the sake of us learning the rules, let's not worry.
God, it's just like first aid class.
First, I
I'm the dummy lying on the ground.
Chad, why are you rolling d6s?
my mouse locked up over the thing. I was gonna roll 6. I was gonna roll 5 of them that way, but I can just do it through the game.
Just do it through the game. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Chad has one.
You've
I didn't know
got
Chad.
one.
Chad does have one in heal.
Nice.
Yay! Okay, there's another point of healing. Woo, yay!
Thank you.
So you can
Yeah.
do your strength damage.
I've taken it all off agility. Seems to be my primary skill,
Very wise.
my
Okay.
primary attribute.
All right. Well, my friends, well entertained. Well done. Well done. Well done. Ask your question again.
Dad?
Perhaps you would like to discuss amongst yourselves how you'd like to ask the question.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah,
I got it. I have it. How do we wake up?
No, but he's saying we're not in a dream. Don't ask that. We need to figure out how we get home. So we need to ask him, how do we return to our home world?
But then we might return
Hang on,
anywhere.
what loopholes? How do we return to our hometown?
Yes.
Are there any
Is there a
loopholes in
way
that?
of
Hang on.
making a portal to our world?
No, but if we ask him that, he might just say yes and not expand. We can't leave any open-ended.
Oh, you're using the genie arsehole.
I mean, we're in a fantasy land with magic and stuff. I don't see why we wouldn't follow the genie arsehole approach.
Do you have a better idea?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay, so how do we return to our hometown? What loopholes are there in that?
You might say badly.
I'll give you this one gift. Time.
All right.
Wait, from here.
How do we return to the moment we were taken?
From this world.
No, how do we return to the moment
to our
we were taken from?
hometown at the time that we were taken?
From this world, right? Otherwise, he might give us a bus ticket or something. Tell us how to get a bus. Wait, no, he wouldn't know what a bus ticket is.
Yeah.
We were all overthinking it.
It's thought to be known as the arsehole genie rule.
Yep.
So how do we return from this world to our hometown?
In the moment we were taken from.
Yeah, the moment we left.
Oh, God.
Okay. Are you guys happy with that as your question?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, but whatever.
Good talk, guys. Good talk.
We're going to take Lucas's silence for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't know.
My friends. So is this your question?
Yes.
Yes.
And excellent. It is a good question. In answer to your question, first you must find your way to the Mage of Mirrors, old home, and discover his memories, which he left for you to find. And then from there, you must find your way to the eternal progress of the God chosen, and speak to he who slumbers inside.
Oh my God! Could you write that down,
I
sir?
was gonna ask that.
No.
Let me get this. I found the notes
mirrors.
section. So
We must
have
get to the
go
Mage of Mirrors.
mirrors.
He has left us some memories. And then
What was it? The Hall of the... No, something of the Eternal.
The progress of the progress of the eternal servant of the gods.
progress of the eternal servant of the gods.
And the one who rests within him.
And the one who rests within him. Did he eat someone?
Appropriate.
I don't know. I have given you everything that I, as a Sari, can give you. You are, of course, welcome to ask the demon wolves. They might be able to give you some other information. I would advise against it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like them.
I just want to check one thing with you, Wagoneer.
Of course.
Are you the eternal servant of the gods?
No.
No, he said his people angered the gods.
I know, but I was kind of hoping it would be like one of those roundabout quests where, you know, like you end up having to talk to the person who's just across the room from where you started.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe the true treasure was the friendship we found along the way.
Or maybe it was the fact he won't be dead.
Okay, so who is the Mage of Mirrors? Where do we find them? Can you take us there?
I am afraid the progress of the caravan is immutable and unalterable.
Can you show us on a map where your caravan actually goes?
I was afraid you were going to ask that.
The answer is yes. Here's something I drew earlier.
Yes, my friends. And he pulls out a giant map of the world upon you. And you see the weirdest thing about the line that's traced through it, which is obviously the progress of the caravan, is that it doesn't connect. So the caravan appears to, like, it starts at one point and it finishes at another, and there's no loop.
How does the caravan get from the end to the beginning? Do you turn around?
There is no beginning. The progression occurs every year in exactly the same way that it always has.
Do you teleport?
There is no end. There is no beginning.
There is just
Very
stages in
I'm
your journey.
going to like tune into the stones at this point and see if they can help me understand it.
Oh, cast a spell, everyone.
Yay!
Let's summon demons.
Let's summon demons.
Hold on, I'm going to need to get the spellcasting rules out, which I have not looked at in some time. So allow me to do that for 1 second.
Yeah, spellcasting's weird in this.
Forbidden Lands, Game Master's Guide.
But on a cool note, you can never fail casting a spell. You just have bad things happen to you.
You can just have demons drag you kicking and screaming into another realm as you pick it up, as I recall. Which was literally the description I read of someone talking about the first time they ever cast a spell in this.
Oh, nice.
Failed so brutally that they appeared somewhere else. So here we go. All right. Got it. Okay. I don't know why it's complaining. I'm just trying to do a few things. God damn it. artifacts. Oh, I haven't got the Game Master's Guide. Damn it. I don't want the Game Master's Guide. I want the Player's Guide. Now it's really going to be angry with me. I know this isn't as interesting to you as the rest of me, but I've been reading a lot of stuff about, Arabic ritual practice. All right, spell casting, magic, spells. Yay, there we go. Hold on,
So you've discovered you're a sorceress. Congratulations. This enlightening tome will educate and...
Whoops, I think I made myself another spell there. But there was a book I read when I was a kid that was something along those lines. So I think it was called So You Want to Be a Wizard or something like that.
Okay, so the first thing is you should... you can't, because you don't have any willpower points.
Oh my god, whoops. I just keep adding spell things. Okay.
So you actually... Do you start... You don't start with any willpower points, do you? Actually, I better just check that. Because that would be weird. Where's willpower? Help me out, people. Help me out. How does willpower work? Pushing your roll, 44. I don't think you do start with any willpower. But anyway, I'll just make doubly sure.
I've got something that says every time you spend willpower to activate a talent or cast a spell, the first willpower point counts as 2.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have very specific capabilities in regards to that. It's actually the superpower of half elves. They get double the benefit for using willpower. Well, the first point of willpower is exactly as it says.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think you start with any willpower. I think that's right.
Okay.
So you can't ask the stones any questions at this point.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe next time.
Can we take that map, thanks? Roll, roll, roll.
No.
Okay.
There must be more. Okay, yeah, you definitely need a willpower point. That's made that very explicitly clear. Instead, you roll a number of dice equal to the number of willpower points. If you roll one or several X's, the spells are overcharged. If you roll one or several Banes, you suffer a magical mishap. Right, that's nasty. Right. Good to know. Okay. So, you can't talk to the stones. You've got the map, though.
Right, okay.
Have we? Okay.
Well, you've got an understanding of where you're going.
This is a very... It's what his little path is and being pursued by wolves is very Norse, I've got to say. Because in the Norse mythology, the sun and the moon are pursued by wolves.
Yes. And when the wolves catch up, the world ends.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Rob, I was wrong. You actually did have an extra willpower point because it's per Bane.
Oh, okay.
So you've got 3, not 2.
Woohoo! Only I could cast spells.
Oh, no, it was 2 because the third point was damage. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
And no, you don't start with any willpower. You actually do things to accumulate it. Yep.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
Take some risks. Okay. So, what would you like? So you can hear howling in the distance, and Austin turns to you and says, "May I ask for your assistance one time before you leave to repay my generosity, and I will drop you off close to the Mirror Mage's mansion in return.
Okay, what do we need to do?
Well, come out onto the roof with me, my friends.
Okay.
All right, so you're up on the roof, and there is a. It's dark. It's nighttime, and you can see around from where you are. There are a group of dark, shadowy, but lit with flame creatures moving towards you at speed.
Like the wolves flame?
Exactly like the wolf flame, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting, for, the sake of debate, a mappy bit up. So you can sort of find your way. I don't know if I've drawn that right. No, I haven't drawn it right. Doesn't matter. Okay, and yeah, so you see, wolves coming at you. I'm just going to put you guys on the map. Right. Defend the ship, and if you take down 2 of the wolves, my friends, I will give you one last gift.
We're taking down the wolves? Okay.
Yeah, so you can see these 2 pony-sized wolves moving towards the back of the thing. You can see crossbow bolts being fired at their pack companions, but these are yours. So, first things first, good old-fashioned initiative. I'll pull up that. If you could just make sure you have selected your token.
Yep. Okay.
And
token selected.
Oh, okay.
And then just roll a, I don't really mind, a D6, a D10, whatever.
Where is that? Now I'm playing confused as to what I need to do.
Yeah, I've got a little box that's turned up that says turn order.
Yeah,
we have 2 wolves.
Oh my god, we've never used this before. Oh my god, sorry, I keep on forgetting you guys haven't actually had to deal with this before.
We're not from this bloody universe.
Sorry, the aliens guys I'm used to dealing with the aliens guys. Okay, hold on. I've got
initiative.
I've got turns. I've got turn cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle them and deal them out, and that's going to be your initiative. So you right-click on your character, on your little character icon.
Yep.
Like our photo?
Yep, on your little picture on the map.
Oh, on the map.
Yep.
Map.
Well, I don't have a map.
I don't actually have a map either.
No, we're on it. You've got to zoom out. Yeah.
Oh.
It's down in the bottom right-hand corner.
Oh, hey, there we are. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The map was that big.
Anyway.
Okay, so there's your little icons.
Cool.
So now what you do is you go to your little icon, you right-click on it, and you click Add Turn, which is the one at the top of the little pop-up menu that should have appeared when you clicked on your character.
Okay, I've got 3
No.
We don't
circles.
get that.
No, we don't get that.
You just gotta click your icon and then just hit a random thing on the dice, and it should pop it up like that. And then whatever Thomas draws, you click on that number, and you can type in the number that he draws.
So we click on our character, and then okay, there we go. So.
Come on, you guys should know how to do this. You played enough Aliens.
No, but we just have a button on our character sheet in Aliens.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, there may be a button on character sheets here.
Well, that's what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's all right. I've got cards, so I'm just gonna.
Yep.
I'm just gonna do the card thing. All right, so I've done your characters. I've added them all in. So first will be Demon Wolf 1. Dun dun dun. What initiative do you get, Demon Wolf 1? You get a 6. All right, 6. Demon Wolf 2. What do you get? An 8. Oh, that's a bit shit. Okay, because it's lower is better. Or at least that's how I'm going to play it. Chad, what do you get? You get a 7.
No, Chad.
Lauren, what did you get? You got a 5.
Okay, 5.
Delilah, what did you get? You got a 10.
Yeah, last to go.
And Rattus, what did you get? You got a 3.
Woohoo!
And then finally, because somehow I've managed to miss it, I got to get, where is he? Where's Lukas? Oh, there you are, Lukas. No, that's not Lukas. Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, add turn. Lukas. You get a 2. So,
All right, nice.
all right. So
Go get him, Tiger.
now what I do is I'm going to order them descending, ascending. I don't really care. I didn't know I did that right. Okay, so
Yep.
Lukas, what do you want to do? There's a wolf. You can do a fast and a slow action.
Yep. I'm gonna shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
Because
So do you want to draw careful bead, which will give you a careful, it's just like Alien, so you get to add 2 dice.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
It's actually just 1 dice in this game.
Is it 1 dice? Okay.
Yeah. And then before we get
shooter as well, I think. Just to make that point. Which gives
and
you
then
+1 when you shoot with a bow.
Yeah,
before we get
that's already added in, I think.
Yep, go on. Sorry, Brandon, you were saying?
No worries. Before we get into combat, I noticed you gave me a talent that's an advanced combat talent. We're going to run advanced talent or combat, right?
Sure.
Just curious.
I don't really know what that means.
The pain threshold is a advanced talent. It's advanced combat talent only, so it only works for the advanced combat rules. Which use the card system. So how it works is then I just need a new talent
so
then.
One is yours. Is it pain resistant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right. You've got adaptive path of the shield fighter, and pain resistant, which was that one. I don't know. Maybe we just give you what weapon are you using? Are you using an axe?
Yeah.
Maybe just give you path of the axe.
Okay.
Which I think gives you a bonus to hit with the axe, doesn't it? In the first rank, just like the bow.
Yeah, it's like a +1.
Yeah. Then that'll do. That's what we'll do for now. Okay, Lukas.
Okay, so
all your bonuses added in, so you click on the bow.
Yeah, and because I'm taking like a careful shot, I add another 1 to the misc skill.
Yep.
And then I click attack.
And you should roll a lot of dice.
If it happens, it's taking its time.
Somehow you've got custom dice that you rolled.
Oh no, that was before. That was
Okay,
just me checking what that button did.
Okay.
Maybe double click? I don't know. Or do I have to click roll?
Yes, you have to.
Yes, there we go. Okay.
Okay, so now you can see exactly what I meant by the artifact dice.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
So you got 1 success out of your weapon dice. Sorry, out of your skill dice. You got 2 successes and 1 bane out of your equipment dice, and you got 1 bane out of your
Base dice. Yeah.
base dice. So currently you have 3 successes. Which you can use. I really need. I put my bloody player's handbook in the wrong room. I hate it when I do that. Because it's so much harder to do this when you're using a PDF. Okay.
And it's not out here, so.
No, I know where it is.
Excuse me.
I just wanted us to trial a bit of combat before we sort of go. But I need the rules. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go get them because I'll be 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me looking at the wolves and I was thinking, okay, so I should shoot them. I don't have any ranged weapons.
Neither do I. And I can't cast my spell against them because
you don't
I don't have any willpower points. But also, the one I would use is stun, and it says no effect against monsters.
Oh.
Lovely.
I'm like,
What are you playing as? What magic type? Because you get access to all the spells from that.
Okay, I've got stone lore, but I have no idea what those spells are. Then
they're actually written up in your character.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. So it's just the 3 of them.
You also have general spells too. There's like and you get access to every single one of them in this game.
Oh, that's my stuff up. Okay, I thought you only got the stone. I thought.
You only if there's a talent or you know how kind of you choose your talent for the class. You get all of those under that talent, but there's also a general spells as well.
Too. Yes, you're right. So you get magical seal, sense magic, dispel magic, obscure, bind, and transfer. Although because you're only rank 1.
She can cast higher rank spells. It's just if she does, she has an extremely higher chance of getting mishaps.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wild magic sorcerer in D&D 5e. roll the D100, see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you aim a fireball at yourself? Do you grow 2 inches?
Oh.
Just 10 flumps spawn around you and all desperately try and flee. Personally, my favorite D&D.
It's pretty good.
Wild magic effect.
Okay, so you've shot it. You've done it. 1 point of damage. You do damage to strength, bleeding wounds. By rolling, you can suffer damage in many ways. From attacking someone does, you suffer strength damage equal damage, plus 1 for every plus they get. So it is just like aliens. That's reassuring. So the wolf takes extra damage from your bow shot.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 extra points of damage. So I just need to go to this one, and then I need to go to the character sheet for the wolves, and I'll actually just make it 1 wolf because otherwise we'll be here for the rest of forever. So we'll just go 1. Oh yeah, no. 2, 3. Okay, you damage it. It doesn't look particularly damaged. Who's next? Rattus.
All right. So I've got a slow and a fast action, do I?
You do. And you could... They look like they're preparing to jump. So you could wait for them to get up onto the thing and then attack them. Or you could try and shoot them with your crossbow.
Well, I don't think. Well, from what I saw in the rules, the shooting is a slow action, and loading my crossbow is a slow action. So I don't have the movements to do that.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my knife, and I'm going to go and find somewhere nice and stealthy, trying to anticipate where they're going to land.
Right, so you can spring out of the darkness and stab them once they land.
And use all my strengths from willpower to do stuff.
I can see how that would be advantageous. Okay, make a stealth roll for me, please.
Sure. That would be that one. And then I'll hit... Is it dark? No.
Yes.
It is?
No, it's absolutely dark. Yep.
All right. I'm spending a willpower to get an automatic stealth success in low light or dark conditions, and I can also see in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, you can see in the dark normally, but yep, fair enough. So you burn 1 willpower point and you get automatically 1 success.
Yeah, I'm going to see what I roll, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nice.
So you got 2 successes. Okay. So Rattus disappears into the darkness. Disappearing Rattus. Lauren.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You don't really have a ranged attack, I don't think. At the
No,
moment.
so what I'm going to do is kind of go up to about like here, I guess. And I'm going to prepare to like poke that wolf in the throat with my staff if it tries to jump up.
Okay, so you're readying for its attempted jump.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, the next move is actually said wolf. So the wolf springs up. So Lauren, first of all, because you've got the longer weapon and you're at the edge, you may make a attack roll with your staff. So use your staff. Roll. Click on the little roll icon for attack.
Oh yeah.
And then roll, and then just let it, and then hit the roll button.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so what does that mean?
That means you get 2 successes.
2 successes, okay.
Yeah, so the little one with the little cross with the little sword icon
Oh,
green is
yeah.
an artifact dice. Because I gave you 1 artifact dice for your staff. So
Yeah.
it gets 1 success for that, and it gets 1 success from your skill. So you get 2 successes, and the damage is normally 1, so it does 2 points of damage to Wolfie the Wolf Wolf.
Okay. Is that good or not? I don't have no idea.
It's good, but these are giant, monstrous wolves. So, unfortunately, they can take a lot of damage. You could take this opportunity to push, of course.
Oh, so could I push and then try and smack it again?
Well, you could push and you could roll 1 dice, but it would give you 1 willpower point.
Yeah, I want a willpower point. So do I push the...
So what you do...
Click the push dice?
Just click 1 skill die, because that's all you've got, right? Because you've got 1 Bane and 2 successes already, so you only get 1 success. So you could literally... So in your character sheet view, you know that big, you know the white, the red, and the black column?
Yeah.
You can actually hit clear dice pool in your rolling. Then you could just click on the 1 white dice, literally the number 1, and hit roll.
Oh, okay.
And then it would just...
Where does it say that? Oh, clear dice pod. I just had to scroll down a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. So hit that.
And then click 1.
Yeah. Perfect.
Did it do anything?
And then hit roll.
Oh, then roll. Okay.
It did not. You did not succeed, but so you take 1. So your staff takes damage because that Bane is actually lowering the efficacy of your staff, not you.
Right. Okay.
So your weapon is now less effective than it was before. So reduce its bonus, its max bonus. See how it's got max and
Oh yeah.
Yep. So reduce the bonus by 1.
Is it if it goes to 0, it breaks?
It breaks. Although you've got an artifact dice as well, so I'll give you that as a sort of buffer.
Okay.
So you'll need to get someone with crafting skill to repair it.
Okay, and now I get 1 willpower point?
You get 1 willpower point, so you can throw magic. Yay!
Yay!
Solid start. That's a great one for the team. What?
Yeah.
Okay, the wolf leaps up. You stab it with your staff. The staff creaks, and you see splinters falling away from the staff due to the weight of the wolf landing upon it. Just at that moment, Rattus springs from the darkness. Go, Rattus, go for it. You know you want to.
All right. Do I get any bonuses for sneaky or anything like that to hit?
I think if you're ambushing, which you are, you must get.
It could also be a sneak attack too.
Yeah,
it's on page 90.
I'm on 93, so if I go back, close combat. Ambushes and sneak attacks. When you stalk someone, you catch them unaware. First roll an opposed roll for sneak. You get the modification. Oh, well, actually, that's the answer. I'll just roll the Demon Wolves skill in
scouting.
Hold on, where is it? Scouting. And see if it gets more than 2 successes. Seems something like that. Oh, I've got to remember to reach the roll button. No, it does not, because you paid 1 willpower point for the extra success. It doesn't detect you. If you succeed, you get a free action. Oh no, So you're sort of. What about attacks and ambush? Ambush, special kind of sneak attack, you wait. Oh, okay, right. Okay, yep. So you can have 2 I'm going to give you 2 attacks. It's the easiest way to do it. So
okay.
You can stab it.
All right. Because I've got another thing I can use my willpower point.
I know, to do damage.
Yeah. Do I apply it after I do the roll?
You can apply it after you do the roll.
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, my strength is down, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah.
All right.
So roll the weapon, though, because your knife is an artifact.
Is it?
Yep.
All right, well, I've rolled it. It's just taking time. Oh, my God. I'll try that again.
Did you hit roll?
Yeah, I'm just clicking on the attack.
Yep.
And, okay, so the attack, right, and then we go down to the middle bit and hit roll. Okay. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so that's 2 successes. So it's doing 2 points of damage already.
And then I'll add the willpower to get another automatic point of damage on it.
Yep.
So that's 3.
Yep.
Excellent.
Okay, so you do 3 points of damage. It's had better days. That hurt. Okay, it now has to choose who it's going to attack. I think that will be a D6 roll. I'll just roll 1d6 and see what I get.
Oh, do I get 2 attacks? I didn't do a second attack on it.
Yes, you do. Yes, we agreed. Yes. Yep.
All right. I will roll that.
Roll again. But you can't use your willpower for this second attack.
Yeah.
Ooh. You want to push.
Why not?
Indeed. Why not? Okay, so this time, remember, you take a point of...
Yeah.
No, you've got to remember... Okay, anyway. Next time, remember to reduce the dice pool by 1.
Okay.
You had a Bane, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, so the Bane landed in the same place. I'll give you that. So you take 1 point of strength damage again.
Yeah.
But you do hit, and you do it 3 points of damage. No, 2 points of damage with the.
Nice. So 5 all up.
5.
Nice.
All up, and you have a willpower point again.
Woohoo!
Okay, that's you done for the round. Now it's the Wolfie's turn, and the Wolfie is going to attack. And I rolled it randomly. It's going to attack. I don't know why, but it's attacking Lukas. Lukas.
What did I do? All I did was shoot it. Okay, like it is.
You didn't get a chance. Roll. It rolls a 2. Claw slash. The demon wolf lashes out with lethally sharp claws, attacking you for 10 dice. And
10.
Jesus.
Yeah, the creatures are deadly. Okay, so it gets 2 successes. Now, you've got armor.
Yes, I do.
So you can just click on your armor thing and it should give you... you should be able to click on armor and then, I don't know, auto, and then hit roll, or it may auto roll. Okay, you've got 3 successes for your
Oh.
So you take 2 points of strength damage.
Oof.
Ow.
Unless you want to... oh no, you've already moved. You already shot and did this stuff. So no, that's what happens. Okay. I'm not going to do the second wolf. I think you guys need to... Oh, well, actually, it's Chad's go anyway. Chad, there's a demon wolf. It's attacking everyone. It's just...
Oh, no.
Lucas.
It just... Okay, I'll run over to...
Axe.
I'll run over to Lucas, and I'll smack the wolf in the skull with it.
Okay. Roll... now, don't forget also, next time we'll have to remember, you can parry. And with the shield, I think you can block attacks for other people.
I can, but I need willpower points to do that.
Yeah. Everyone's running on deficit. That's true. Okay, all right. So roll to hit.
Okie dokie.
With your axe.
What did I get?
You got 4.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, God.
And I think it's a 2 damage weapon, isn't it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
5 points of damage.
Shit.
Oh, nice.
Crunch.
Yep.
Cool.
Go crunch and smash into it with your mighty axe. It reels back from the blow, but it's still going.
Ah, crap.
Okay, we'll skip the other wolf because I've decided the point of this is to test the combat, not to kill you all. And I'm beginning to understand quite how important willpower points are. Okay, so Delilah, what would you like to do?
Climb a tree.
Unfortunately, there's no trees on this boat.
So oh no, you don't have any willpower either.
No. No, I have 1.
Oh, okay. So you've got the path of the
Song.
path of song.
It has no effect in combat.
Because it's the entertain people one, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I can draw people in, but not in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no effect in combat. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's not going to work for you then.
No.
And you've got... Well, you could save your willpower point to stay out of the way of a wolf.
Yeah.
Because you can do that with your halfling talent.
Yeah.
And I think you've got... Do you also have lucky? I have a feeling you have lucky.
I have hard to catch.
No, that's your halfling talent.
And I have fearless. I have sharp tank. I have sharp tongue is my damaging thing.
That's right. You can swear at people and they hate and they take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you manipulate someone and roll more X's than you need to win the opposed roll. No, well, you've got to manipulate them. Like this is a manipulation situation. No, it's okay.
No,
all right.
Okay.
So you don't have any weapons.
I have a short sword.
Okay, you can stab it, or you could try and heal someone.
Oh, someone needs healing? I can do that instead. Yeah.
Can I push my roll, Thomas, so I can get some bane?
I'd love some healing.
You can push your roll.
Okay.
So that would be... You'll only get to roll 4 dice, though, based on my reading.
Yeah.
But yes, you will definitely get willpower.
So I forgot to add my my axe fighter plus 1.
That's 5 dice.
So 5. I'll just roll. Wait, no, I got to roll it with the right way.
You can just tick. Oh yeah, because it's got to be geared.
Because of the weapon, in case I break it.
Yeah. So 2 black.
Okay, so 2 black, 3 red.
And that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Because you've used up all your other one, all your stat ones.
Nice. Another 2 successes.
Oh wow, yeah, another 2 successes. Okay, so you take 2 points of damage to your
Strength.
You get 2 willpower points, and you now have done it another 2 points of damage. It's really starting to hurt now. Okay, it looks pretty sick. Healing. Did you want to try and heal?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal someone.
I'm happy for you to heal me with my 2 strength.
Yep, I'll heal you.
Actually, I'm now on 1 strength.
I'll heal you.
Actually, I've
Right.
only got 1 strength left as well because I've only got 3 strength.
I'm right next to Rattus, so that's what's.
Yeah.
And she is my girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And apparently I'm immortal, so I don't even know if I can die.
I'm sure you can die horribly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's just you die differently.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
Oh, it hurts.
That's a whole lot of nope.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this.
Okay, so it's the new round, and it's Lucas's go again. Lucas.
My go. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I gotta move this so I can see the map.
It's trying to jam you up with its claws.
Yeah, where is the wolf? Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna put it. Actually, sorry, I've been using the character sheet too much. I'm gonna actually put it right about there.
Yep.
Okay.
I reckon one more good shot will put it down.
Okay, so are you gonna step away or are you gonna try and shoot it close?
I don't know what either of those entail.
No, you don't. So are you gonna step away?
I'm going to. I'll just shoot it here.
5 foot step.
Yeah, 5 foot step. No, yeah, I'll just shoot it right now. So we go there.
Oh, okay, all right. So you do want to be a little bit further away because you actually are too close to it, and you will take a -3 to your dice roll. There you go.
Okay, I do want to step further away. Yep.
Yeah. So that'll be your fast action, and then you can use your slow action, which means you don't
I can.
get an aim.
I'll get like back here a bit.
Yep. But that means you don't get an aim because you pull back from it, and now.
Yeah, that's the fast action. All right.
Yep.
And there we go.
Hit 3.
Nice.
Now, 1, 2.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, that's a goodly amount of damage.
Mhm.
That's 4 points of damage, I think. No,
Yeah,
3 points
nice.
of damage. No, because it's a 3-point weapon. It's a 1.
Yep.
Yep. So it's 3 points. Okay.
Yep.
It's on its last legs.
Go team!
Rattus.
You got this.
Do I?
Go, Rattus, go.
All right. I'm probably going to fall over after this, but okay. Here we go.
All right.
Seems to be the story of my life. No, and I'm going to push it because I'm going to. Well, if I push it and I hit 3 skulls out of 3 strength, what happens?
You become broken.
Oh, God.
Don't push it, because
No.
I can go and I can cast a spell or something on it now.
All right.
It's my
I
turn.
stab it, and then I then. And is stabbing a slow action or a fast?
Yeah, it's a slow action.
Okay. So I stab it, and then I back off.
Okay. I'll get everyone a cheat sheet for like
Mm.
fast action, slow
Yeah.
action, that sort of thing. I'm sure there's heaps of them online. I'll just track one down and send it to you. Okay, all right. So we've got it's Lauren's turn. Are we now rolling magic, Lauren?
I think so. So I don't know what spell I can cast though that might be useful.
Okay, well, the general spells aren't actually that useful in combat. They're mostly, they're good against magical things, like real magical things. So you get magical seal. You can protect from magic, you can detect magic, you can dispel magic, you can obscure magic, you can bind magic, and you can steal willpower from others. But the other person needs to have willpower to transfer, for instance, and The wolf doesn't, so that doesn't help you. Stone Song, right? Okay, so you've got 3 spells that you can readily cast, right?
Yeah.
The first one is Dust from the Deep, which creates obfuscation, so it creates a big dust storm. The second one is Stun, where you shout and it causes 1 damage to agility per power level.
Yeah.
And the next one is Voice of the Mountain, which is where you
Which we
speak
don't
to the
have
mountain
time.
listen. Yeah, well, it's all about communicating with the mountain.
Yeah. So I would have gone for Stun, but it says it has no effect against monsters.
Yeah. Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So maybe I'm going to try and bonk it over the head with my staff.
Okay, staff of bonking. Hey,
So wrong.
And
all right.
if necessary, I'm going to use my lucky. Is that, I don't know. I've got lucky. It says I can re-roll a critical roll.
No, that's if a critical roll against you.
Oh, okay. Anyway, right.
That's if your stuff's not broken. Is your stuff broken?
No, but it's on the way out.
Okay.
I think it's on the way out. We're going to try it. Did it work? 2!
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
All right. 2.
Bonk.
So that's 2 points of damage. It's almost dead. 1 point left.
So much health.
Someone throw a dagger at it.
It's the classic. Has anyone got a dagger? 3, and that is, who is that? That is Delilah.
What? I haven't even done anything to it.
I know, it's random. It's completely.
That's why it's worried about you.
Yeah, it doesn't trust you.
Oh my god, it's gonna one-shot kill me.
It does a demonic heal. Pal. Everyone suffers a fear attack using 8 dice. Okay.
A fear attack?
That's going to be some sort of damage.
Okay.
Empathy, I will assume, or something similar. Fear attacks. Fear. 112. Thank you, 112. Almost. 118, 117, 108. Fear.
It howls and growls.
Temper for a so-called fear attack. Fear attack can also be triggered. A fear attack is rolled with a number of base dice. Each success causes 1 point of damage to wits. All
Wits.
right.
Mm.
So I'm just going to roll 8 dice, people. And
I get to roll. I have fearless, so I can roll insight as armor against it.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. I got 1 success.
That's good.
Okay.
We're happy with that.
Okay. So everyone.
And I am fine.
And you're just saying, like, wow, you really are fine. Okay.
Holy crap.
You laugh in the face of fear, literally in this case. And its attack is done. It is Chad's go. Come on, Chad.
You're nothing on that Thylacoleo we saw at the cross country, buddy.
Yeah.
It would be metagaming if it wasn't the same characters. Okay. So, Chad. One last mighty blow to put the wolf down. Chad, can you do it?
Yeah!
Is that enough?
That's good enough.
Okay.
It literally, I wasn't rolling its armor. I just wanted to see how we get. All right, so first thing I've noticed is the monsters that these guys wrote for their modules. Super
Terrifying. Oh my god.
Second thing, everyone needs will.
Yeah.
Find some way to get will quickly. So you've got a few points so you can throw them around. Okay, so Chad strikes the wolf's head off with his axe, its body collapsing to the ground, one last gasping breath as the body is picked up or somehow slides up the side of the ship and falls to the ground. Its head, still making murmuring noises, is taken below to be dealt with by Austin. thank you, my friends. You have done a great service for me and the last artifice of the series. I will stop. I will provide you with provisions, so that you can make the long journey that you will now need to. Well, not the long journey, but the journey you will now need to undertake to reach the mansion of the Mirror Mage. And you each get on your character sheet. You can now add. I think it's D8 here. So see where if you have a look at
D8 food and
you have a look. Yep. So
yeah.
you can put D8 against everything, and if you've got a bow, you can put D10. So if you've got a crossbow or a bow, you can put a D10 against arrows. But it's a D8 food, D8 water, and D8 torches.
Nice.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay. And at that moment, he offloads you from the traveling caravan.
Oops.
And thanks you for, once again for your service. Okay, so people, that is how it runs, Forbidden Lands. So I'm just going to do XP for your characters so that we can get XP. Everything's been changed. End of each session. Okay, so did you participate in the game session? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you travel through at least one hex? Yes, although not consciously, but I'll give you that. Did you discover a new adventure site? Yes, you did. You discovered the caravan.
Yeah.
Did you defeat one or more monsters?
Yes, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Did you find treasure? I think we can argue yes. So that's 5.
I got a magic flute. Natty got a horse.
I got a horse.
And a magic
I forgot about your Nice.
Now, we didn't actually play with activating prides and other things. We didn't really do that, so we'll have to remember people need to sort of have a go at coming up with a pride for their version
Excuse me.
before next one. But it's basically a sort of, it's like in Things from the Flood, you can activate your secret. In this game, you actually activate your pride. Okay, so I think we're stopping at 5.
Yeah, awesome.
Now, you can spend your XP to increase a skill by 1 step, costs a number of XP equal to the skill level you wish to attain multiplied by 5. Learning a new skill at skill level 1 costs 5 XP. I'm just mentioning that for the number of people who've noted that you have a very limited healing pool at the moment. Maybe someone with very high XP would like.
Yeah, I'm taking healing. I'm taking healing 1.
Now I just will mention though.
That's the empty.
Okay, but talents cost 3 XP per level. So you've got if you want to buy a rank 1 talent, it costs you 3 XP. But you need to make a wits roll. If you want to increase a talent from 1 to 2, it costs you 6 XP. If you want to increase it from 2 to 3, it costs you 9 XP, which is to develop magic potentials, you find a willing teacher with a higher rank than you. Without a teacher, the cost of XP for increasing is tripled. Wow. Okay, so you could actually, interestingly, you could learn. Like Austin would be willing to teach you a little bit more magic, but I don't know if you want to deal with more spells, Jess. That's the question. So, you don't have enough XP to learn the next level of stone.
No.
But he can teach you the first level of signs. Which is sort of like signs and portents sort of thing. So he can teach you where signs. What does it do again? Hand of Doom, Death Magic, no. Blood Curse, no. Earthquake, no. Here we go. symbolism. The discipline of symbolism allows you to carve signs into things. So you can do enticing and horrifying, paralyzing at rank 1. And then at rank 2, you can blind people, craft illusions, or play mind tricks on them. And then at part 3, you get to your power room. Anyway, have a think about it. Or you could just hold up your XP and, spend it.
Because I like the stone spells that I have at the moment, I can't really cast them. Except for stun. 2 of them we've got to be in a mountainous area or inside a cave. And the stun one is, I don't think it's monster.
I mean, we can do a little bit of refactoring on your character too. So, I mean, if you don't want to be it, because I just sort of made it up, I'm happy to swap it around at this point. So, do a stone mage, but there is other magic. There's blood magic, which is pretty devastating. There's death magic. You can actually cast, where you actually become a necromancer.
Exciting.
And
all right. Well, so maybe I'll have a look and see.
Yeah.
This.
Rob, do you have the stuff for Forbidden Lands? Yeah?
So I've got the PDF for it.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that then. Sweet.